Hi there. In the last video, we went really fast through how to create content on the website. And so I promised you that in the next video, I would go very slowly, and this is what we're going to do. So, like I said, in the first step, we're going to log in, and then we're going to find the create a new article link. Now in your website, this is going to probably be in different locations. Here are a couple of examples that other schools have used. After you log in, there's a new menu that is created somewhere on the page, whether it be on the right hand side or along the top. There's a brand new thing that shows up that normally is not accessible by anybody in the public. Another option that people have used, like they put it underneath the For Faculty tab. So once I log in, they'll pop up underneath the For Faculty menu items here. So there's a couple of different locations where it could be. Joomla in Education, I just have a new user menu show up on the menu bar here. So I'm going to go ahead and select Create a New Article. And this should be familiar to you. We've got the title, alias, and the place where we're going to place our content. So starting from the top, our title, I have my Word document over here with just a couple of basic steps, and I'm just going to start copying and pasting those over. So title, how to add content to the website, and then the steps to add content, I just paste that in there. The alias part, you're not going to have to worry about. The alias part is used for up here on the URL. Like the title of your website is going to be placed in a URL friendly format and used up here, and that's what the alias does. You don't have to worry about it. The system automatically creates one for you, so like I said, don't worry about it. Now this portion is called the WYSIWYG editor, or what you see is what you get. A lot of the things here are very similar to what you would find in Microsoft Word, like your bold, italics, underline, your justification, left, right, center. Now this is probably a little new to you right here, this paragraph option. It contains heading 1 through 6, which is driven by something called CSS, or cascading styling sheets. And essentially, in layman terms, your template that your website is being run on has predefined different font sizes and different font types and different colors for each different type of heading. So we've got different options here, heading 1 through 6, and each one of these headings changes the font in a different way. But what's amazing is that you know that if you use 1 through 6, that it will look very good with your website. Whereas if I use this font family and I changed it to Comic Sans, that may not look well with the website. So it's important to use this heading 1 through 6 when you're changing the size of text that you want to use. The title is automatically going to change it to heading 1. So your title will all automatically be heading 1. Styles, I don't use it. You've got your remove formatting, clean up HTML. Those I generally don't use. Now you've got your font family. Like I said, don't use it unless you really have to, but that's just my preference. Font size, kind of the same thing. If you want to increase your font size or whatever. Your font colors are right here. You can choose from a number of colors or even more colors to pick from the entire color range. You've got your background colors. If you want to highlight something, then you just select the text and then click on the highlight button. And you've got your cut, copy, and paste. Now, if you have a Word document that has a whole bunch of different formatting, or you're bringing it over from an old website, then it's going to bring with it all of the formatting. So if you just want the words but you don't want all of the colors and the fonts and everything, then you're going to use this paste option here that's right here, and you're going to go down to paste as plain text, and whatever you have copied, it will paste that information without any formatting. You've got your indents, so if I wanted to do sub steps here, then I can do indents like that. You've got your numbers and your bullets. So if I wanted to do a bullet list underneath, then I can easily do it that way. You got your subscript, superscript, some other things. If you wanted to create a horizontal ruler in between two objects, then you can simply do that. And there's a bunch of other stuff here. This whole section here is for tables. That can get really complicated. I would recommend avoiding using tables at all cost, but if you have to use tables, here are the different options available for you. I'm not going to go into that during this video. And this bottom row, generally don't use anything except for these two options here, the Insert Edit Link button and the Insert Edit Image button. These are very, very important, and I use them constantly, and you probably will too. So if I had a link down here that said click here to go to google.com, and I wanted to create a link that would send people to google.com, then I would select the text and I would click Insert Edit Link. Then I would type in the full URL here, which is http://www.google.com. Then I would select a target. Generally, it's good practice that whenever you're sending someone outside of your website, you're going to set the link so that it opens a new tab for them. And to do that, you would simply select Open a New Window, which is that option. So your target is the link will open a new window, which will give them two tabs, one being your website and the other being the link that you just sent them to. Then you click Insert, and voila, it creates a link right there. So we've got a link in there. Now I'm going to add a picture. Now, to add a picture, which happens very, very often, people love adding pictures. I totally recommend doing it. And to insert a picture, you're going to click on this Insert Edit Image button. It'll bring up a nice big window here, and you'll be able to upload a picture using this button on the top right. When you mouse over it, it says Upload. Go ahead and click on that, and then click Browse, and upload the picture that you want to show on your page. Now, this is very, very important. After you've clicked Upload, you're going to want to click on the picture one more time in this column. So you're going to click Betty, and you'll notice that up here on the top left, the URL and alternate text fills in. That's very important. If you miss that step and you click the Insert button down here on the bottom left or bottom right, then it'll give you an error. So you do not want to do that. So you click on the picture you just uploaded, click Insert, and it has been placed inside your article. I love that picture, it's hilarious. Anyway, so that's how you insert a picture into your article. That's how you add content, how you change your content. And let's go ahead and move on down. The next part that I want to show you here is this insert code. Now, if you have a calendar, and I'm going to make a total separate video on this, but if you have a calendar or other code that you want to put in here, like a JavaScript, and I totally don't expect that you'll use this a ton, but in the case that you do, you're going to click on this Insert Code button, which will bring up a screen that you're able to put your code in this location, then click Insert. And continuing on down, we've got our category. I have previously set up so this live training videos, I can put this content underneath that category. What you're going to look for is most likely your name. Under a lot of websites, they've created class pages where the teachers can go in and add any content they would like. So let's take Mrs. Johnson here and AP History. So she's got all of these different links or these different articles in her AP History class, and so her category would be under class pages, and then under her name, and then under her class. It totally depends on how your content creators set this up. And when I say content creators, it's the way that I have this training set up is that there's 5 to 10 faculty on your staff that have gone through the full entire training. So if you know who those are, talk to them and say, hey, if I want to add information on my own class pages, what category do I put it under? And they'll be able to tell you very quickly on that. But for my case, it's just live training videos. Author alias is similar as it's going to use your name unless you put something else in there. The next status is, or the next option is status, which we've got published, unpublished, archived, and trashed. The published is, it's going to make it live to everyone in the world. Unpublished, it's not going to make it live. Let's say you have an ongoing project that you just want to get in a little information in there, but you don't want to make it live yet until you have the full thing done. Then you can go unpublished. It will be available to you, but it won't be shown live to the world. Archived, that's pretty much something that pops up once a year that you want to just put it in a folder, leave it alone until next year when you make it published again. Trashed, getting rid of it completely. The next option here is featured, yes or no. Now if you select yes on this, it's going to show up on the front page of the website. Just to reiterate that, if you select yes on this, it will show up on the front page of the website as well as the category that you placed it under. So this is really nice for things like school newspaper. Generally they love to keep an archive, but as well as putting their featured article on the front page. So if you ever want your article to show up on the front page, you select yes on the featured. Start publishing and finish publishing. This is really effective when you're doing announcements. Let's say you have a basketball game on Friday and you wanted to just remove it automatically off of the front page or the announcement section when the basketball comes on Friday. Then you just simply select the date of that basketball game and you're good to go. Access, we've got guest, public, registered, and special. Leave it on public unless you only want people that have logged in to see it, and then in that case you're going to select registered. You don't have to worry about the other two. Language, if you have other languages installed on your website, Spanish, Italian, whatever you'd like, you can select the language, and your metadata, which is like when someone's doing a Google search, then this is helpful. I generally leave that alone. So there you have it. There is your full tutorial on how to add content using the create article on the front end. So let's go ahead and take a look at how that article appears. And there it is. How to add content to the website with the different steps. Click here to go to google.com. Now, if I wanted to, let's say I found a misspelling, which I do constantly. In fact, I fixed a couple of misspellings on my outline earlier. If you find a misspelling or you want to change information, all you have to do is click edit this article, and it'll come right back to the pane that we were looking at before. If you want to delete the article, then all you have to do is go to status and select trashed on that. You hit save, and it's gone. So article successfully saved. If I go back here to place to put my live training videos, there's nothing there any longer. So that is how you add and consequently remove content from the website. So if you have any questions or any concerns, feel free to contact the 5 to 10 faculty members that have gone through the full entire training. And if they can't answer your question, they will contact me. So that's kind of the question structure. You ask them, and then they will go on up the chain. So there you have it. Thank you for watching, and the next couple of videos we're going to be adding calendars, adding web links, and maybe doing a recap on that. Thanks so much.